Hey, what's up YouTube? Here's another video by Ratchets and Wrenches. Today I'm going to show you guys how to remove and replace your engine coolant temperature sensor and your thermostat on a 1996 Volvo 850 with the 2.4 liter non-turbo engine. Okay. Actually, we got a quote for the engine coolant temperature sensor, but since in order to get to it we need to remove the thermostat and thermostat housing, we're going to go ahead and replace those anyway. And the thermostat is going to be right in here. So basically you just follow this, this upper radiator hose and your thermostat is going to be there, and the engine coolant temperature sensor is going to be right below that. It's going to be hard to show you guys, but once we remove that, there it is, it's in there. Once we remove this housing, you're going to be able to see it. Next we need to drain the radiator, and we do that by opening this valve on the bottom left side of the radiator and putting our catchment underneath. Of course, make sure if you're going to reuse the coolant that your catchment is clean so you don't contaminate the coolant. Also make sure you want to do this on a cold engine obviously, and also make sure your radiator cap or the cap that goes on the coolant reservoir is you want to open that up. Okay, so next we're going to remove this upper radiator hose that goes to the thermostat housing, and we're also going to remove this one that comes from the coolant reservoir down here. And if these come with the factory clamps, which look like this, you can go ahead and cut it off at this place, because in order to remove them you're gonna have to cut these off. And but someone's been here before and they've replaced that with this kind of clamp that's just you can just use a screwdriver to take it off. So we're gonna do that. But if yours comes with that clamp down here, instead of trying to cut it down there, you can just cut it off here, take this out and remove the housing, then you can replace the clamp if you like. Alright. There's that. Okay, now we can remove our the two bolts that hold in the thermostat housing, and as you can see there, this one and that one right there, and this is going to require a T40 Torx bit. This one is a little hard to get to. Make sure if you have one, you use or get an extension bar with a swivel into it, so you can squeeze it in there. That way you don't strip the bolts. There's the hard one. There's the second one. There's our thermostat housing. And there's our thermostat, and should be pretty easy to get. There we go. There it is. Looks in good shape, of course, but since we're gonna be removing the coolant temperature sensor, which is this guy right here, we're just gonna go ahead and remove that and replace it too. It's like $7 for the thermostat and $2 for the rubber gasket, so no brainer. Okay, so in order to remove this coolant temperature sensor, we need to disconnect the connector from right here. There we go. And as you can probably tell, there's not a whole lot of room here to get a wrench in there and turn that off, twist it off. So, you know, actually what I'm going to do in there, takes this I think this takes an 18mm, and I just don't have that right now here. But what I'm going to do, since this is trash, I'm just going to cut it here, and then I'm going to remove this bolt, which I believe is a 12mm, and then just get my regular 18mm socket in there and twist it off. And once I put the new on, I just use a small wrench to tighten it on. It doesn't have to be super tight. It comes with the washer and everything, so it won't leak. But yeah, it should be fine. Alright, there's that. This thing is a 19mm, by the way, but and this, I couldn't get this on there straight, but still got it loose. Make sure you don't strip it or anything. Alright, there's our old beat up sensor. Looks pretty dirty and everything. So yeah, what we're gonna do next is just put our new sensor in and put our new thermostat in with the new O-ring and put everything back together, which is pretty much the reversal of removal. And we should be good. Make sure you you put coolant in the system and you bleed it properly. By that I mean you open up your the heater in your car and you start putting the coolant in, and if you obviously if you kept track of how much coolant you took out, make sure you put in the same amount or really close to it. Also, since these come with O-rings, not gaskets, you're not going to have a whole lot of corrosion on the thermostat housing and the housing that's on the engine side. But if you do, make sure you clean that up with the razor blade or some brake cleaner and razor blade, so you get a nice good seal. And after you fill it up, run the engine, make sure your coolant fan comes on and off and the engine reaches operating temperature, and that you don't have any leaks around this housing or any of the hoses or this the sensor, and you should be good to go. Alright, well, hope this video helps people out there, and if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Alright, thanks for watching.